Hello, hello, hello. It really is all about the lighting, isn't it? Nothing I can do about this, really. But I'm not really real fond of looking at myself in the camera. But you know, when I do look up at the ceiling or look at the wall. Anyways, um, I'm doing this because like this is the situation that I don't like. This is the part where it gets rough. I'm 18 hours out from a dose, so I would be happy to feel like this for another few hours. Um, with the seasickness and the disorientation and the ramping up of the CRPS symptoms and all that crap. But, then my heart starts acting weird. And you know, I don't know how this tapering's supposed to go if every time I reach the point where the withdrawal hits me, my heart starts feeling weird. Um, I don't know how much of that, might be in my head even, like anxiety. I don't know. Like I said before, I know when I have arrhythmia. But who wants to get to that point? I want to cut that off if I can at all, and not get the arrhythmia because then that's a hospital trip and stuff. So yeah, this is when it gets dicey. I had planned to. It's about 10:20 here in the heartland, the Midwest, and I was planning on doing another couple hours till 12. But this is like going to be a tough 2 hours because my heart feels like it's beating too fast, and I feel like strained. And I've had my heart shocked 4 times, as I say repeatedly. So, that's. I had pretty good preceding 18 hours, though, as far as the way I felt. I didn't feel all that bad. Um, this is my last day taking the steroids, so unless, they did wonders for my knee and my ankle, I mean, the shit still hurts, but it, huge reduction and swelling went down and stuff. So, that's good. The steroids weren't letting me sleep though, because steroids plus withdrawal, at least with me, that wasn't a good thing because the steroids made me irritable and excitability and like very well, I guess it ramps up your testosterone. So I had somebody steal a phone charger off me, and I was like, "Don't go talk to this stupid bitch because you're gonna get angry. Her boyfriend's probably gonna be there, so just let her steal it. It's $2.50." But it's a dumb story anyway. But my niece was spontaneously dropping off some groceries, and she's like, "Hey, this guy on the porch needs a charger." And I'm like, "Well, she's bringing me all these I'm humoring her. I don't give a damn about the guy. If some stranger wanting a charger, so I give him the charger. He gives it back, but he passes the word to this other person that comes to the building or whatever. So it's about 8:30 at night, and this stranger's knocking on my door asking me for my charger. And I had my niece on the phone talking to me while she was driving home, and I was like, I didn't even really think about it. I gave it to her. Then I'm like, I was dumb. Now I got to sit here and wait for her to knock on the door because I just gave it to her and said, knock on the door when you're done with it. She's just associated with somebody in this little apartment building. And of course, she never brought it back. And then I seen her out there, and I'm like, I should go ask her for my charger back. And I'm like, no, you're already irritated about it. You're full of like huge amounts of testosterone, and you're going through withdrawal, and you have a bad temper to begin with. So just avoid it. So I just got on Walmart.com and bought a new charger. Just let the girl steal my charger. And anyways, that's just stupid. Um, but yeah, mainly just doing this because this. I don't know what I thought it would help. I don't know. Withdrawal symptoms are pretty bad, and yeah, I have to do like 25 milligrams every 24 hours if I really want to do my taper, and I'm trying to do 20 hours, and kind of like reaching my limit at 18. I mean, I could stand this. I've stood a lot worse. It's not that. It's like I don't want to risk my heart. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to put my heart in any jeopardy. Um, so yeah. I would just, if it wasn't for my heart, I would just feel sick until I was thinking about even taking like a sleeping pill I got and not taking anything until the morning and trying to do 30 hours. I mean, whatever the acronym is for the long-term withdrawal syndrome thing, I don't know what the, PSW, I mean, I don't know what the acronym, maybe it's a PWS, I don't know, but, I, of course, that's scary as hell to me, and, somebody told me that I could be flirting with that because I'm not being tapered off of this properly, but I can't worry about every damn thing. I have heart to worry about, CRPS to worry about, a bad leg, and it still hurts like a bitch to walk and stuff. And I don't know why, but my right calf muscle, I think it has hypertonia, because CRPS is like, there's every symptom, I mean, you can think of, you can get with the CRPS, because it's autonomic disease, and your autonomic nervous system controls like everything. That's your autopilot. That controls your hair growth, sweating, everything that's not conscious. That's your autonomic nervous system doing. So you can get any damn symptom with this, and it's like the back of my calf hurts like a bitch, and it's like a block of wood. I think it's called hypertonia or something like that, which pretty much means what it sounds like it means. It's like a hard muscle tone. Hyper meaning over, and then tone, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, this sucks. It's amps up the degree of difficulty with the whole withdrawal process when you got a bad heart. And I did recall something today, which I didn't even think about, but let's just put it this way. I was asking my doctor maybe 2 years ago or however long it was ago, but I was like, look, I got anxiety. I've been taking this. I've been taking Xanax for it that I was getting off of somebody. Right there, I did something that you don't do. I told the doctor that I was involved in something that, the person was just giving it to me. So, that's not illegal. So that was a mistake. And he was like, no. And then he was like, no. Then I kind of stopped asking for it. And let's just say I found some lying on the side of the road. So I found some lying on the side of the road. And so I had like the day that I found that stuff, I also went into the doctor's. And he was like, I'm going to put you on Xanax. So I didn't even ask the dude when he put me on Xanax. I had asked him previously, but just kind of gave up like a month or two before that. I was like, well, I don't know how long before that, but I just gave up asking him. And I just kind of went out with a metal detector looking for a Xanax left by the side of the road. So, I was lucky enough to find some, and it was like green and in bars and stuff. So I had like, I kicked off my little odyssey here in the benzo hell in grand style, because I had like a bunch of it. And I remember I remember that's how it started. Now it's like I had asked him before, but I had given up asking him, and then he put it on me, or he gave it to me voluntarily without me even bringing it up. So, yeah. I think he probably just looked in my medical records and saw like an ER visit. And then after I had the ER visit where I got prescribed some, this is not easy. After I had the ER visit where I got prescribed some, come on, work. Oh, Jesus. Then I think he looked in the records and he saw that visit, and he was like, well, this guy prescribed it for him, so I guess it's okay if I prescribe it for him. But, after that, I was like, that's not happening again. I'm like, I'm not going through no more ER visits. So I decided to buy a special metal detector at Radio Shack it has like a Xanax setting on it, and you can just go around and wander around for it, and it will find Xanax for you. It beeps, and there's like a little meter on it. So then that's how I found some. And anyways, Yeah, I was just thinking about that. It's just weird that I didn't include that in my stories, but um, yeah, I'm only. I think the best I am on any of these videos is maybe like 75% of me working. Maybe 75% if uh so you like right now I think I'm like 18.32% functioning power. Will Robinson. So yeah. Yeah. I got 1028. I would like to go till stick to my plan. I mean, I don't know how else to. Yeah, I've heard suggestions about uh the water measuring thing and all that. And again, I think I can go to. I don't think a Radio Shack carries it, but I think Walmart does. They have like a volume detector. I think I can even use it and find some and then like return it. But I think I know a good parking lot where I can use the volume detector to maybe find some of that. Maybe make this a little easier. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know how this is doable with the heart thing because every time I hit the wall, uh, start it seems like it puts strain on my heart. It seems like my heart beats faster. I don't know what you guys' experience is with withdrawal, if it makes your heart beat faster. But yeah, and then occasionally I'll get this pulse thing that's really unpleasant where it just feels like one heartbeat is like magnified. It's like a boom. It's like a boom. I'm like, oh fuck, and it doesn't. And then sometimes I'll get a flush feeling with it. I mean, that's fucking terrifying. And yeah, that shit's not in my head. That's in my medical history. Going back to when my first bout of arrhythmia when I was 36, and I went into the cardiologist, and he looked at me and said, "What are you doing in here?" I'm like, "What? I don't have an appointment." He goes, "No, you got an appointment, but look around the waiting room out there. Everybody in here is twice your age." And I'm like, "Well, I'm just lucky, I guess." I don't know if he was implying that I was messing with some cocaine or something, something that's made my heart go into arrhythmia. But really, I was just lifting weights, and my heart didn't stop beating fast. And I said something's wrong with me, and went to the emergency room, and ended up in the hospital. And then they appointed him as my cardiologist. But when I went into the office, that's what he said to me. I don't know if that's the first time I met him or not, but he was like, "Yeah, what are you doing in here?" I'm like, "Don't I have an appointment?" Oh, what do we got here? I don't want to. That's 13 minutes. I don't know. I don't want to, drag you with me through this. Um, I don't think I want to do that anyway. I suppose it's silly to think like that. I always think like I got a captive audience or something, and that people can't click off of this in 2 seconds and say, "There's some bald old man on here who's got a deep voice that talks a lot." I'm not interested. I want to see some titties and more titties. I don't know. I don't think I can be. I could be entertaining in a car accident sort of way. Maybe I don't know. Um, yeah, mainly I just wanted to express that to anybody. I was going to ask a question too to the general. Just in general, I had this question. I know not many people watches this. I wouldn't watch. I wouldn't watch some random guy on the internet rambling about his troubles either. If I didn't have similar troubles, I don't know what the fuck I just said. I guess I would because I am right now looking at myself and rambling. But yeah, this is not fun. Uh, yeah, yeah. It's like it reminds me of the scene in movies where you got the little coal cart thing, and they're going down the tracks, and there's like breaks in the line, and they got to like jump over the breaks in the railroad tracks. And they got to build up enough speed. I think Indiana Jones Temple of Doom maybe had a scene in it like that, but that's what it kind of reminds me of, because it's like all the tracks inside my brain are broken, connecting everything. And I know it's like a temporary thing, and it'll go away, and I'll get the lucidity back and be able to, have a track I can keep on and stuff. But right now, man, it's weird. It's very weird inside this head right now. Uh, yeah. I don't know. Oh, I was going to ask a question. Um, what was my question? I couldn't think of the question. Oh, about the oh hell, I can't even fucking think of it. Oh, no, it's not there. Sorry. I'm giving up. Oh man. No, this is mild compared to the initial withdrawal that I had at the end of March. That was no joking matter. That was yeah. This is not fun, and my head don't work, and I feel mildly seasick, like the beginning of seasickness. My throat is kind of raw and sore, and my head's like I said, all the wires seem to be crossed up in there, and but yeah, I wouldn't be able to have the lights on. I wouldn't be able to talk. I wouldn't be able to endure the sound of my own voice. I mean, it was like, I don't know how withdrawal is for other people. I mean, I've heard other people talk about it, but for me, it was like, just maybe that's because it's my way of dealing with things like that. It's like I'm a zombie. I'm just laying there. I'm just laying there, but I got this whole Carnival of Souls horror movie like going through me, going through my body. But I'm just kind of laying there. I'm not watching. I was just looking at this plant that I'm gonna plant outside in a couple of days. It's in the corner of my room. I'm just looking at a plant, looking at the corner of the wall, and thinking long thoughts, or whatever thoughts I can manage, and trying to avoid thinking about bad things. That's what it was like for me. It wasn't like that's just the way I deal with things, is like slow everything down, because that's the way I got all that medical history and stuff that I talk about probably too much. Yeah, I don't know if there's any point to this. But yeah, I just wanted to say I think that's, I don't know what the hell I'm doing on here. Anyways, it's not as bad as it looks, people. I mean, I can't think straight, but my mood's okay. I'm not terrified. I mean, my heart seems to be okay. It's just the whole idea of it, that am I putting strain on my heart? If my heart starts really messing up, then I will take the pill, because I won't have no choice in the matter. So, see, I had something else I was going to talk about, and it's not there either. Man, not fun. So, I only been on here like 18 minutes. It's kind of silly to, I don't know, I just felt like I should talk about that being my main deal. I don't know if I'm going to document this, because, so I can remember it, and, I should, yeah, that's like the main thing, or my main stumbling block is like, once I hit the wall, like, I'm right at the wall, standing on top of it like Humpty Dumpty right the fuck now. Once I get like that, then it's a matter of the heart thing, because then if I start, my heart starts beating a little faster, and I have to keep the anxiety in check, and then I'm waiting, I will get misfires in there sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know that much about it, for one thing. I don't think anybody does, because you think there's any documentation at all of people with CRPS going through benzo withdrawal? I doubt it. I'm sure there's been people with CRPS that's been addicted to benzos, because they want to put you on a lot of pills back in the past with this shit. And But as far as documenting the experience, what it's like, or withdrawal messes with your autonomic system, and you have an autonomic disease, it messes with your nervous system, and it just stands to reason that it's going to complicate matters. And it's an autonomic function is regulating your heartbeat. So if people without bad hearts go through withdrawal and they get accelerated heart rates, and then you get the picture. So yeah. Whew. So I don't know, I guess I'll stop here. And I don't know, I'll watch that again. I'll watch that again and see if it made any sense. That's what I always do. I always feel a little bit of shame at the end of these videos because they're long, and then a little bit of disgust because I was like, this should have been over like a long time ago. I'm just like being that guy that won't let you leave, that like brings up questions and asks you things when you're at the door with your coat on. I don't want to be that guy, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, as always, I wish you all the best, and yeah, there's people that understand this, unfortunately, and you get anything out of watching me, that's cool. I killed 20 minutes, and maybe I will make it. I got an hour and 20 minutes to go, and if my heart don't bother me too much, I'll hang in there till then, but goodbye.